Yes. Welcome to our channel, Ibitabo TV. So, as usual, we are in the class of literature in English. You are together with your teacher, Jean-Pierre Barambeu. So, it is time to welcome the students who learn literature in English and also teachers who are concerned with literature in English. So, as I had promised you, today I would like just to make a summary of the whole unity, the unity number 1 for the literature in English, senior 6. So, our unity is about the European literary traditions, number 2, where we saw different periods in which the writers tried to express their ideas through their literary works. So I will be making a kind of revision, and after we shall do a kind of assessment, and we finish up the lesson of today. So before starting, I would like to remind you that European literary traditions are all things that characterize the literature of Europeans. So under these European literary traditions, we have different periods. The period number 1 was about Romanticism. So I would like to make a kind of revision, reminding you that Romanticism is a kind of movement or period where the writers of this period were being governed by their feelings. Not only feelings, but also idealized nature, strong emotions, without forgetting about the imaginations. They also talked about glorified heroes. They glorified heroes and also their heroic deeds. So concerning the period number 2, which is realism, it is a period in which we find the reality. Writers talk about reality. They also try to highlight what is real in the society. Sometimes that reality may cause problems to them, and also they can also help them to build up and also to clarify things which are in their society. Realism has different components or features, such as science. They talk about science, they talk about reality, as I said. They also talk about the fundamental changes, like economic, political, and social changes. So let us go directly to the period number 3, that is modernism. Modernism is a period that falls into 20th century. So now I would like to remind you that modernism is a period where writers talk about things which are somehow modern. Modernism has different features, such as industrialization, where the writers talk about things like industries and also the development of industries. They talk about rapid growth of cities. So nowadays, countries are constructing different cities, and also these cities are flourishing in the world. So when you find some writers and some literary works that talk about such kind of cities, you directly confirm that such kind of literary works are fit in modernism. Modernism also talk about reactions to the wars, especially World War One and also World War Two. We can also talk about rejection of certainty of enlightenment. When we're talking about enlightenment, I would like to remind you that it was a period of philosophers where they used to convince the public about their ideas. And also the whole world was being governed by the ideas of these philosophers. So now, in modernism, there was a kind of rejection of these ideas. They were no longer following the ideas of philosophers. For this time, each and everyone was the philosopher on his or her own. There is also the rejection of religion, where people, especially the writers, tried to highlight the situation, showing that people had started to deny the religion, saying that maybe religion is useless, is no value, and so on. So let us go directly to another period, Another period, the fourth period, is about postmodernism. Postmodernism is, I told you that it is a period that comes after modernism, and under postmodernism, we have different features such as consumerism. When you are talking about consumerism, it is like a policy of maintaining the clients. Then we saw also that in postmodernism we have what we call that truth is relative. When we say truth is relative, we want it to mean that the truth is someone's own. Your truth may not be the truth of someone. We also saw what we call the idea of mix under postmodernism. I told you that the idea of mix deals with just the situation of where people and also countries want to do what? To work together in associations. Mix means mingle into something or working together in unity. So under postmodernism, there is also what we call disillusionment with the idea of progress. I told you that here, people nowadays in postmodernism started to be disillusioned. They lost hope about their dreams, of what they wanted to achieve. I told you again that reasons that is sparking out to the disillusionment. It is what we call wars. We have also pandemic diseases that is just hitting the world in this century, 21st century, the century in which postmodernism is fit. We have also criminality, hate, absurdity of the world. All of these are things that are causing disillusionment of the people. So some writers are writing now about these things. I told you that also in postmodernism there is what we call fragmentation of family or fragmentation of social life, where I explained it very much, telling you that nowadays people are put forward money and they are breaking up with their families without even paying attention to their relatives, family relatives. I told you that in postmodernism, there is also what we call incessant choice, where people lost the choice. Tomorrow, he or she may have this choice, and to another day, he or she may change. People are not satisfied over their choices. So I think I have given everything about this idea. So in postmodernism, I told you that there is another feature which is flourishing now, and the main writers are talking about it. That is globalization. And globalization is a process where countries seem to be working together, cooperating together, and also trying to help one another. That is what we call globalization. So I told you about power of money and women. I remember that when we are in this lesson, I told you that under postmodernism, there's what we call metafiction. When we say metafiction, this is a situation where the situation which is not based on actual events. I think you are still remembering everything. So under postmodernism, I told you about technoculture or technological culture. When we say technoculture, this is a culture which is derived from technology. People are learning outside cultures. They are learning foreign cultures, and also those foreign cultures are being taken from social medias and also technologies and other ICT tools. Such culture from these social medias sometimes are destroying their traditional cultures, and there is what we call cultural dilution. Many writers are talking about this nowadays. So I told you about hyperreality. When we say hyperreality, this is the state of failing to distinguish reality and fantasy. So you can see something which is somehow funny, which is not real, but you confuse it with reality. So when you are in such a situation where you fail to distinguish whether this thing is real and or this thing is not real, when you are in such a dilemma, you are in what we call hyper-reality. I told you that hyper-reality very soon will give birth to another period. Maybe I told you that in coming days, that period will be called hyper-realism. So when I say hyper-realism, you understand directly magic realism. It means the reality which is not real. It is imaginative reality. So lastly, I told you about the philosophy which is called skepticism. I remember that. It is also remarkable in postmodernism. When we say skepticism, I would like to collect something here. In the last lesson, I told you that skepticism is a situation where you fall into ambiguity and you seem as if you are doubting about the truth of yours, thinking that the others will not take that truth as real truth. That is how it may be, I told you. So now I would like to correct that idea. Instead of obeying your truth, thinking that your truth will not be taken by others as truth, so take it as the doubt about the truth of others. So skepticism is about just doubting about the knowledge of others, doubting about things that others take as true, and you doubt it, thinking that maybe it is real or not. So let me give you an example which will clarify this thing. So there is what we call religion nowadays. People lashed into religion, dealing with different ideas concerning Bible and also beliefs in God. So now you may not accept religion and also doubt about religion, saying that maybe religion is useless, maybe God is not there, and so on. When you are in such dilemma, when you are in such doubt, doubting about religion, take this as the situation of skepticism. So you can be skeptic about something, which means ushobora kuba umuntu ufite amakenga, uhora ufite amakenga kubyo abandi barangije kumenya neza cyangwa barangije gufata neza nk'ukuri. Iyo uteye gutyo rero tuvuga kuri skeptic. Ndatekereza ko ikintu cyitwa skepticism ntibasobanuriye neza. So now let us come to the session of assessment. So now our assessment has two parts. The part number one, I will be reading a kind of an essay which is written here. Then I will ask some questions after it. Those questions are multiple choice. I will give you three choices and you choose one. You choose one letter. You who are following, please, our channel, I'm telling you that it is very better just to take notes. If you have a pen and a paper, you will be writing the real letter on the paper, and maybe after you will be giving him the comment to our channel later. So now let me read this essay as I told you. Then the part number one of this assessment will be dealing with this essay, and then the part number two, I shall be asking questions about the periods that we had learnt in this Unity European Literary Traditions. So now let us start reading. It is an extract from a long essay which was composed by a woman who is called Bloody. So he said, I belong to that classification of people known as wives. I'm a wife. We atangiye avuga ko nawe ubwe ari umwe mu bantu bitwa abagore. Nawe ni umugore we, nawe ni umugore. And not altogether incidentally, I'm a mother. nikavuga ati rwose ntabwo byangwiririye, ahubwo nanone ndagira ngo mbibutse ko n'ubundi ndi n'umubyeyi. Not too long ago, a male friend of mine appeared on the scene fresh from a recent divorce. Akomeza rero avuga ko ngo nta gihe kiracaho rwose hari inshuti ye y'umugabo imusanze, yaziramusanga rwose, ariko uyu nshuti y'umugabo ngo yari imaze igihe gito itandukanye n'umugore wayo. So he had one child who is of course with his ex-wife. Ati rwose uwo mugabo yari afite umwana umwe, kandi kugeza ubu ngubu uwo mwana ngo yari ari kumwe n'umugore we warangije gutandukana nawe. So ubwo yari yaramusize rero birumvikana. So he is looking for another wife. As I thought about him while I was ironing one evening, it suddenly occurred to me that I also would like to have a wife. Hangani hakomeje avuga ati rwose birumvikana ngo umunsi umwe ubwo yararimo amutekerezaho aribereye mu mirimo yo gutera ipasi, ngo yahise atekereza ko nawe ngo yaba akeneye umugore. Mubyibuke ko nawe ari umugore, ariko igitekerezo cye maragitanga avuga ngo nanjye ubwo nahise ntekereza ko nkeneye umugore. Ndaza kubabazaho rero ibibazo bitandukanye hano, gutekereza ko umugore ashobora kwifuza umugore. There is something, there is a meaning behind. So she continues saying that I would like to go back to school so that I can become economically independent. Tingeneye rero gusubira ku ishuri kugira ngo nanjye nzabashe kwihaza mu bukungu. Support myself, mbashe kwifasha, and if need be support those dependent upon me. Kandi ngo niba bikenewe cyangwa se bishoboka mbashe no gufasha babandi bankenera cyangwa se bombe basha kubeshaho. So I want a wife who will work and send me to school. Arakomeza agira ati nkeneye umugore uzabasha kunkorera ndetse akabasha kunjyana mu ishuri. And while I'm going to school, mugenzi abandi kujya ku ishuri, I want a wife to take care of my children. Nkeneye umugore rero ubwo nzaba ndi kujya ku ishuri ugomba gusigara n'abana banjye akabitaho. I want a wife to take track of the children's doctor and the dentist appointments and to keep track of mine. Aho rero ntihari gukomeza avuga ati nkeneye umugore ugomba kwita ku bana banjye, akamenya rendezvous umudogiteri yamuhaye, ndetse akamenya na rendezvous mu dentist umudogiteri ukura amenyo yatanze kuri abo bana, ndetse nanjye ubwanjye akamenya. So I want a wife to make sure my children eat properly and are kept clean. Aragira ati rero nkeneye umugore ugomba kumenya neza ko abana banjye bariye kandi ko bari clean, bafite isuku yabogeje. So I want a wife who will wash the children's clothes and keep them mended. Aragira ati rero nkeneye umugore ugomba kumenya ko agomba gufura imyenda y'abana banjye kandi akamenya ko iyo myenda itunganyije neza cyane, niba hari yacitse akayidoda. So and I want a wife who is a good nurturing attendant to my children, who arranges for their schooling, makes sure that they have an adequate social life with their peers, takes them to the park, to the zoo, etc. And I want a wife who takes care of children when they are sick, a wife who arranges to be around when the children need her. Arakomeza agira ati nkeneye umugore rwose, umugore ugomba kwita ku bana banjye kandi akaba ari we uba umenya ibigendanye n'amafaranga agura ibyo bakeneye, kandi ni umugore ugomba kumenya uburyo agomba gutunganya ibigendanye n'ibikenewe kugira ngo babashe kwiga. Ni umugore kandi nkeneye ugomba kuba amenya ko agomba gufata abana banjye akabasohokana, akabajyana muri za parike, ndetse akajya kubereka inyamaswa muri za zoo aho bororera inyamaswa. Uwo mugore kandi agomba kumenya ko agomba kwita ku bana banjye mu gihe barwaye, hanyuma akamenya neza ko mu gihe bamukeneye agomba kuba ahari. Ngayo nguko rero ako ni aka extract nkuyemo hano muri iyi esi y'umugore bita Brady. Mbibutse ko uyu mugore ari umugore n'ubundi, ariko mu by'ukuri ibyo ari kuvuga asa nk'aho ari kuvugira abagore. Ni nayo mpamvu ngiye kubabaza ikibazo hano. So the question number 1, So these following ideas are not points. One of the following ideas is not a point related to the postmodernism. So number one, so of course we are going to refer to this essay. So you will listen to these ideas. There are three. Then you will mention one which is not a point related to postmodernism. Number one, consumerism. That is A. B, incessant choice. C, fragmentation of social life. So I think you have already got the pen and a paper. So you write the letter. You shall have a time to give comment to my channel later by just mentioning the answers. Number two, blood is portraying the woman as, number A, important persons. B, human beings who are to be exploited. C, respected figures in the society. You take a pen and you write the correct letter. Question number three. Brady's essay is, number A, advocating for women's rights. B, blaming women for wrongdoing. C, explaining the necessary role of women. So that is part number one of our assessment. Let us go directly to the part number two. So I will just mention a period and you will tell me the ideas which are connected directly to the period. So let us start from the period number one, Romanticism. That is question number 4. Romanticism deals with A, expressing the personal feelings and strong emotions. B, the truth in the society. C, economic revolutions. You write the correct letter. Number 5, realism talks about, number A, science and real facts. B, globalization. C, idealized nature. I think you have already got the real answer. You write the letter. Number 6, modernism. Modernism based its literary works on, number A, rejection of certainty of religion. B, fundamental changes. C, glorifying heroes and their heroic deeds. Write the correct letter. Lastly, postmodernism depends on A, the ancient arts of writers. B, contemporary literature. Then C, literature of 21st century. So now let me give you the real answers, but don't cheat, please. If you have written A, it is A. Don't change. And also when you will be giving comments by passing through my channel, you give me the answers of yours, not the answers of mine. So the real answers, question number 1 is A, consumerism. Question number B is B. Question 2 is B, human beings who are to be exploited. Question number 3, Brady's essay is advocating for women's rights. That is A. Question number 4, romanticism deals with A, expressing the strong personal feelings and emotions. Number 5, realism talks about, number A, science and real fact. That is the real answer. Then number 6, modernism based its literary works on, number A, rejection of certainty of religion. The real answer is A. Then lastly, Postmodernism depends on number C, the literature of 21st century. So the real answer is C, the literature of 21st century. So thank you very much for today. Those who are following us, I would like, I want you just to make comment. You share these videos if you find these videos very helpful to you. You can also subscribe to this channel, Ibitabo TV, if it is the first time to reach this channel. So now, meet me in the next unity, which is the structure in modern prose. It will be the second unity. So it was your teacher, Jean-Pierre Barambego. See you. Well, thank you.